Hey guys, what's up? Dingocrikey here with another commentary video. In this one, I'm going to be discussing some Transformers 5 news, a lot of stuff that I missed out on over the past few weeks, kind of cover it, give my thoughts on it, but first I wanted to discuss some more recent news, and that's some of the onset images, and most of these images don't really tell us a whole lot about the film, characters, plot, anything like that. We can see this one filming location looks to be some sort of abandoned mill. We see a lot of no trespassing signs, barbed wire. Right here we have the sign that says armed guards and surveillance cameras, so maybe we're looking at a location where some shady operations are going to be going on. One of the things I found to be more interesting was this image here where we have two posters that you can see in the background, one with Optimus's face with the word enemy below it and another with Bumblebee saying alien, which seems to confirm what a lot of us have been predicting, and that is that the humans and the Autobots aren't totally on good terms again. Now obviously we do have Lennox coming back and we're going to have Kate Yeager in there, and we're assuming, the returning humans are all still on the Autobots side, but obviously there is still some animosity towards them. I think we already had some signs of this when we seen the images of Bumblebee and Hound on the road, and they seem to be being pursued by not only a few Decepticons but what look to be some human vehicles as well. And looking at this next image here, we have a whole lot of stuff going on. For one, we have those vehicles, or at least similar vehicles to the ones we've seen in that Bumblebee and Hound chase scene, and at least from these images I'm thinking they're human vehicles. There's really nothing to make me think these ones are Decepticons at this point. Obviously we did have some Decepticons in those earlier scenes, so what it looks like right now is we may have Decepticons and humans working together. At least that's what I'm kind of getting. Now we don't see Barricade in any of these images, we don't see the Volkswagen van Decepticon, so I don't know exactly what we're looking at, but there's going to be a whole bunch of room for speculation here. My guess would be that maybe we do have some humans and Decepticons working together. Now if these are the same humans who are at least aligned with the group who put up that graffiti or billboards, whatever they are, of enemy and alien, be wondering, why are they working with the Decepticons if they have a problem with the Transformers being aliens, but it could be sort of one of those enemy of my enemy is a friend type of thing. I don't think it would necessarily mean they couldn't be working with the Decepticons. One of the other interesting things in this image is that we do see a human pointing a gun to another human who is on the ground on his knees with his hands up. So at this point we don't know what characters these are. I mean, maybe that's Cade. The one with his hands up doesn't appear to be wearing any vest or anything. It looks like he might be wearing like a leather jacket or something of the sorts. He just doesn't look to be dressed in military gear, but it's pretty far off and we can't really say for sure. Those are just some speculations. If nothing else, it does tell us that we're going to have opposing groups of humans in the film, which kind of goes along with some of those other speculations. We also obviously have some huge explosions going on, Bay doing his magic, all of that kind of stuff. I mean, this could really be anything. It does look like they're shooting at something. I don't know if a Transformer broke out of somewhere and caused all of the explosions, then they start firing, or they're shooting and blowing stuff up. Maybe they're looking for Bumblebee or Hound, shooting at them. Don't really know. Explosions and stuff blowing up are kind of just the baseline for scenes in this movie, so they really don't tell us a whole lot about the plot. Then we do have this one other image which appears to be from the same location, as we can see the Bumblebee painting in the background, and we have Isabella Monier's character along with a bunch of other kids who look to be about her age. It doesn't really tell us a whole lot about their role in the scene other than that they are going to be in this scene. Maybe this is going to be kind of how they get wrapped up in the plot. They're playing around this old facility and this battle starts going on, and that's really all there is to say about this series of images. Of course, maybe some people notice some things going on in the background. We can do more speculations and discuss some of the other stuff in Q&As. Anyways, I figured I'd run through some of the news that I missed through the past few weeks, as I haven't gotten as many videos out, and in this first one we have a look at the new character who is supposedly going to be called Sqweeks, which lines up with those rumors we're hearing about the whole medieval plotline, which at the time I didn't think were going to be true, but it looks like I might have been wrong in this case, as this character has been confirmed to be called Sqweeks, His alternate mode is going to be like a Vespa. Basically, a lot of the information seems pretty close to those medieval plot rumors. Now, at this point, we haven't heard anything about the guy supposedly called the Creator, about Optimus going to Cybertron. I'm hoping the thing about the Creator isn't true because, like I said, I really don't like the sounds of that. But as far as that goes, we'll just have to wait and see. Now, as far as Sqweeks himself, some people hate his design, some people really like him, think he's adorable looking. Personal opinions, I don't really like the design outside of the head. The head is cool, body just kind of looks like a train wreck. You know, you do have the wheel missing on the one side and having like a little kickstand there to hold himself up. That's kind of cool, but other than that, he just looks like a bunch of parts thrown together, really disheveled looking. I mean, does he even have arms? I'm not really feeling it. Now, I will say I'm happy that this guy's at least a sign that not all of the Transformers or the robots in the films are going to be so humanoid looking as they were in Age of Extinction. I am curious as to whether this guy is Cybertronian or not, or if he just some bot that Isabella Monier's character or Katie Eager built. I would like him to have some level of sentience, but he doesn't really look like a Cybertronian to me, so maybe if he was like a mostly destroyed Cybertronian who someone came along and tried to fix, that might be kind of cool, because then we'd still get some personality out of him. Next, we have this car confirmed to be Drift's alternate mode. Don't have a whole lot to say about it. You know, all of the Transformers kind of get updates in the new movies. This one is a little bit more interesting, as his color scheme is totally different. Actually, matches some of the original Drift concept art a little bit better. Since they're changing his color scheme this much, I do hope his robot mode design is still similar to that of his Age of Extinction design, just so we have a similarity to his Age of Extinction character. As far as the color scheme and the car itself, I think it's really cool looking, and I can't wait to get a toy of this guy, or at least see what it's going to look like. Then we have the confirmation that Tyrese Gibson will be returning as Epps from the first 3 films. For those who might not remember, that was a sort of like Lennox sidekick in the military, nest operations, all of that kind of stuff. Personally, not a favorite or anything, but it is really cool that we're seeing more human characters return, such as him and Lennox, to add more continuity to the film. Then the last bit of news I wanted to discuss was the full face reveal of Megatron. Now, this image was originally a little bit darker, but thanks to someone on TF4 2005, they took the image and brightened the top of his head so we could have a full look at what Megatron's face is going to look like in the film. Still no news on why he's Megatron again. Is this Megatron in flashbacks? What's exactly going on as far as the story goes? Except that the Cybertronian text on his head has been translated to say Megatron Knight, which is kind of weird that he would put his own name on his head. I mean, maybe with that forehead he's going for a neocortex type of thing, but in any case, it does tell us that Megatron in some way is going to be connected to the Knights. Most likely, I would say probably a Knight himself. Personally, I'm disappointed with this just because I'm so sick of Megatron. I did not like when they brought him back in Age of Extinction as Galvatron, and now he's not even Galvatron, he's Megatron, and he's going to be a Knight. I've never found him to be an interesting character in the movies. There's really, like, basically I feel like it's because he's Megatron, because he has that name, that we see him all of the time. There's nothing redeemable about his character. You know, a lot of people might like him. Yeah, that's fine. Personally, not too happy about this, and that it looks like he's going to have such a big part in the plot with going along with the whole Knight theme. Now, putting aside the fact that we're going to see Megatron, Galvatron again as a main villain, I do really like this head design with a bigger forehead and sort of like the pilot helmet on top, and, you know, the tusk in the bottom as we've already known about. I think it's really cool looking. I just wish it were some new character, as I'm bored to death with Megatron. Definitely one of the pros of the new Robots in Disguise cartoon, not having him as the main villain. Anyways, that's all I'm going to say for this video, so I'm planning to get back on to the regular routine of about 3 videos a week. So stay tuned for more TF5 updates, also some new Takar vs Hasbro videos, and the Titans Return figures are finally here, so I'm going to be reviewing those regularly. As far as this video, you can of course leave your thoughts in the comment section below. A lot of stuff to discuss, we can make a lot of speculations about some of these things. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, along with any topic suggestions. I've had a lot of people asking for a new Q&A video, and I do plan on doing one pretty soon here. Just got to get some of the questions together, and we'll have one of those up next week or the week following. Anyways, that's all I have to say for now. Thanks for watching, stay tuned, and have a good one, guys. I'll see you soon.